In my art, I like bold strokes. I like bold color. I'm not really interested in detail. I want the essence. I grew up in a household of art and politics. We didn't have Renaissance art in our house. Everything was modern art. When I went to college, I went in as a studio art major, but I got totally enthralled with the concept of cultural universals. What makes us all human? What characteristics do every single society throughout history and across the globe have in common? So I switched to anthropology, and I went on to design my own major with pre-Columbian culture of the New World. I didn't want to reference Europe. I wanted to say, what's in our hemisphere? I always wanted to be cross-cultural, multicultural. Never in my life did I want to take a look at just one culture.
Well, let me just say this about Leslie Smith. She is one of the strongest advocates for community college students and for community colleges in the state of California that I think this state has ever been blessed with. She's got a very, very forceful personality. She's very proactive with her leadership style. She's very participatory in her leadership style. And when she speaks, people listen. And that's what you need to have in a very, very strong advocate.
There's a question there in how it feels, it's a human thing, it's a human condition, and I feel like that's great, because then it's open to everyone, it's accessible to everyone. Everyone can read into that. I think that's cool. That's nice the way Leslie's been able to find that and just pick that out and to pull that out and put it out there. I think that's great. I think it's fantastic.
I was always attracted to clay. People just like to get their fingers into mud. That was my first medium that I worked with. And I always was interested in hand building. I didn't want to dominate. I didn't want to use the wheel. I didn't want to force the clay to look like non-clay. Came back home to what's the crux that they were facing, and it's really human emotion. I got totally hooked into portraiture. I work with live models. When you paint someone, you find out about them. Oil painting helped me get a lot more sophisticated about color. Now, I love to work in oil because my mom taught me never be afraid of mistakes. That's what eraser's for. In oil, that's what oil's for. It doesn't dry. It allows you to completely undo it and start again. It's a wonderful way to work. The minute I stuck a large palette knife into a pound of white oil paint and put it on a 6-foot canvas, I knew I was home. I took my sculptural broad-based strokes to my painting, and now I'm bringing the painting strokes back to the sculpture.
I first became aware of Leslie's work when she was an applicant for a juried group show at the Gearbox Gallery. What I saw were these very large portrait heads, large scale, to the point where the head was body-sized. And with portrait, these two elements of the painting come at you kind of like parallel onslaughts. It's not surprising to me that she segued from the paintings that I was first exposed to sculpture, and in so doing never lost the importance of the paint handling and the expressionistic quality of the application of her media, even though she'd gone to 3 dimensions.
I thank Laney College. I thank all of my mentors viewing your art. I mean, what's more important than to listen to the people who see your art and how they respond to it?